Yeah, man. Back in the mix. You know what it is, bro. Back like I never left. And that season 3, episode 5, no more second chances. Powerball 2! Ghost. Yeah, man. This is my review. Fresh off this episode, man. Another great episode in the bank. But I have to say, there's a few inconsistencies rolling around the Power universe in this episode. And, I'm not one to moan too much, but it is a review. And there's a few things I picked up on that I don't know if directors or who directed what episodes and that, but some things are a bit meh. So we'll get into that still. But this episode pretty much picks up of what's the dude's name now? RSJ, the billionaire dude, and that. Yeah, I mean, he's with Western Holdings trying to get the deal sorted, and that kind of reveals to like Braden's uncle that you keep bringing the black you in here when we got meetings going on. You think I don't know that you're trying to use them as a token and that. He's like, yeah, we're gonna go seal the deal with the Italians. And I want him with me because he's the only one who can speak Italian. So, kind of go on that movement. Tariq wants to take Effie with him. Obviously, Braden already works there. A bit of light in here, you know what I mean? Let them be like, Jesus. So, yeah, they go, man, private jet and all that. You get me? They head over there. Meanwhile, in that time, Monique's, she's starting to pick up more stuff to feel like, I don't know what's going on with this guap dude and that, bruv. But I killed him and I don't feel like I killed Zeke's killer and stuff like that, so she's unsure. She questions Kane off the back of the fact that when she met with Tariq, he said that the Guap dude was in Dominican Republic when it happened, so it couldn't have been him. So she's growing more suspicious. Kane lets Lorenzo know Lorenzo's on edge. So there's that carrying on as well. When Tariq and Effie, Braden, the girl Kiki from the office, and when they make it to Italy and stuff like that, they're going to seal the deal. They find out the Italians are doing some dodgy stuff with their own holdings. So 20% increase and all that business. Yeah, they're trying to do their thing. Upon this visit, this is where it got a bit. So Effie and Tariq's having a meal in an Italian cafe. By the way, when they were in the office, the green screen through the window written in Italy, allow it. It's not Italy, shit. But I get it, acting. Norma comes out of nowhere with the African Jeffrey guy. You know what I mean? The butler dude. From nowhere, she just knew that he was going to be there. She's like, oh, I get it. She's got connections around, but she got those kind of connections. She knew the exact restaurant was going to be at the exact time, even though he never planned it, and sends him on a mission telling him that when Mecca was a snitch, he planted some homing audio device in this rich guy's office, guy called Francesco, and we need you to retrieve it back because it's got the guy snitching, and that guy used to be her ex. Listen, Power Universe. I love the wild stories. We embellish Power because some of the things are outlandish, but this is ridiculous. So now Tariq's gonna have to go on a mission with Effie to find his audio device, and he can get on the list of the party, and they get in there. Braden retrieves the device. First time, by the way, he goes in one room and says, I wonder where it is. Effie says to him, it's probably underneath something. He puts his hand under one chair, and the device is there, but he gets caught doing it. Effie gets the device. Braden gets taken away. He gets punched up. They find out he's from Western Holdings and who he is and stuff like that. So he's kidnapped, but Effie's got the device. Obviously, they have to make a plan now to get Braden back. I'll hand the device over to you. You give him a friend. They meet. The guy grabs Tariq, and then the guy gets shot. This Francesco dude's taken out by snipers. Because, of course, Norma's there because Tariq set it up. The Francesco dude dies. Effie reveals to Tariq that, I think I've got something here. That ain't just the ex. They've got a child together because she found it on a family painting. Of course she did. So that's the hold they're going to use over there, because Tariq and Effie were talking about the future, how they don't want to be in the drug game for the rest of their life, and now Norma's saying she trusts them a little bit more, so we're going to make great business together, but they don't want the business. Anyway, moving on from there, we go back. This is where Power edges up. The last half an hour of this episode really gets into it, so I think it's kind of cool, but we'll see. We'll speak about what happens next. So after we find out Norma's got a door and stuff, we head back. Of course, Sax again is in Finger's office as Davis. He's always in Davis's offices, and he's doing all of his snitching and finding stuff for Jenny, but just for cheeks. That's all he's doing it for. It's not for a raise. It's not for anything else or promotion. It's just for cheeks. I don't understand why it's worth it. I don't understand why these men fall for this stupidness. He goes to David's office, breaks in, finds out that he's got Whitman's files. How did he get Whitman's files? Impossible. Obviously, Monique handed it over to him, takes pictures, sends it to Jenny, and she's not really interested at the time. Now, there's little things that I look for. I know it's probably because I'm in the industry of camera work and my son's in the industry of acting, but I look for these little things, and obviously these guys know better than me, so there's oversights. But every time Sats goes in the office and goes into Davis's drawer, the office is all glass, and everyone can see what's going on in the office. And he picked up the file, opened it, read it, took a photograph. Nobody said anything. Because she wasn't paying attention, he followed her to the CI house, and finally reveals that Lauren comes out while he's arguing with Jenny, and he finds out Lauren's alive. And yeah, it's a messy one, because on having this conversation with Jenny, Lauren hears that Tariq definitely didn't know about what was going on with Lauren, and that when he found out he loved you, and he was really sad and all this stuff. So that's all compromised. And then Therese gets a text while he's in bed, meet me in the campus. Lauren comes out with a little blade like she's going to do anything, and has a conversation with Tariq, and finally she reveals to him what happened with Braden and Effie, and that they tried to kill her, and now Tariq's in a pickle, because when he gets back to the bedroom, it seems like she's going to tell him all of a sudden Effie, and she says that she loves him, because previously in the episode he told her that. So now he's in this weird love triangle with a girlfriend that he actually loves now, because his previous girlfriend he thought died and he'd moved on, but now she's not dead. So now he's in love with two women, but one's a liar, one's not, but one's a witness to the police who can bring him down. It's all messy. It's all very Ghost. It's all very Angela. It's all AUSA Rodriguez, Valdez, and Tasha St. Patrick. It's all very that. So I like it. It's a great story. I don't know where it's going to go. Is he eventually going to kill Effie? I really don't know. Because I think Braden will tell him the truth eventually, because he loves Braden. It's like the Tommy and Ghost kind of thing. But that's not where this episode ends. Lorenzo finally tells Monique that it was him, he made a mistake, and he killed Zeke. She tells him to leave. Throughout this episode, she had visited Uncle Frank the snitch. She visited his wife and let her know that Lorenzo was the one who killed Frank. I think almost in hope that she would get rid of Lorenzo and she wouldn't have to, but she doesn't. Obviously, the Zesty twins, Zesty Drew and Cousin Camp, there's more Zesty scenes in this. We won't need to talk about that. Their CI, the redneck dude, they have to go to the hospital because one of them stayed alive and retrieved the phone, because it was taking photographs and all that stuff. Another oversight, when they come out of the hospital, they just open the phone, even though there's all FBI around they take the evidence, they open the guy's phone, they check what pictures are there, they delete them one by one, and then they take the SIM card out, they snap the SIM, the memory card and then the other guy just snaps the phone in half. Samsungs don't snap that easy. Then you can't snap, and then he just throws it in the drain in front of the hospital, which means if the police saw you, they can just retrieve the exact thing and retrieve everything back. But hey, I digress. Obviously, the Zesty, the camp cousin, and that is the son of Frank. And obviously, Monique obviously told this guy, because at the end of this episode, we get Lorenzo coming out of a pub drunk, flat tire, gets his neck sliced, and then the Zesty youth comes down and says, yo, that's what you did to my dad, bleed bitch, and it finishes. So, yeah, it's all very interesting. Great episode, up and down though, you know what I mean? It wasn't a full 10 out of 10 episode. Some things are like overly ridiculous, and we've had this through Power throughout the times anyway. You know what I mean? I remember there's a few times back in the day with Dre when Ghost set Dre up on the roof, but then all of a sudden Dre got off the roof without going through the door. How did he do it? He was Spider-Man. So there's loads of things, but overall the story arc great. I reckon the pacing's a bit off. I feel like they have a slower episode and cram everything into the next episode. I feel like the Lauren reveal and Lorenzo dying could have been in 2 separate episodes, but I'm not one to complain. I can't wait for the next episode. It's going to be interesting, man. I've been your boy, Gus Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think in the comment section of the latest episode of Power, and I'll see you soon.